Hello everyone, welcome to the official recap for the second quarter of our second year for the Apollo Smart Museum statistics. We're going to look at top 5 pieces of the month, we're going to look at top piece by artist ranking and everything in between, so let's jump right into it. All in all, there were a total of 6 gallery room releases during the second quarter of our second year. I started off in July with the Dolly 2 gallery room release, and then in August it's going to be science fiction, liminal dreamcore, and techspressionism. And finally, we ended off the second quarter in September with our retrowave and finally Midjourney gallery release. So all in all, there were a total of 6 gallery rooms released during the second quarter of our second year. So starting off, we have the top 5 pieces for the second quarter of our second year. Here in number 1, it's going to be Magic Wizard coming from Crypto Algo. Here in number 2, it's going to be Birdman coming from Olet as well as Abramahov. Here number 3, it's going to be Nagoi coming from Will to Lawn. Here number 4, it's going to be Lost in Space coming from Jocelyn Combs. And finally, it's going to be the untitled work coming from KRYS. So all in all, top 5 pieces for the second quarter of our second year. Taking a look at artist rate of occurrence for the second quarter of our second year, we're starting off, we have 2 pieces from the AI generative artist known as KLA. And we also had 2 more works from Proxima Centauri B, also an AI generative artist, so 2 as well. Next are also going to be 2 more AI generative artists. So here we have Sur AI Labs, 2 works coming from that artist. And next in this area, we have an AI generative artist as well. That's going to be Artix, mainly working in Dolly 2. So 3 works for the AI generative artist Artix. Next is going to be 3D artists, so we're starting off with Anarchy 3D. So we have 3 works from Anarchy 3D there, all within the digital rendering medium of expression, of course. And then finally, we have Jared Pike, 3 more 3D works coming from that artist as well. Sorry, 4 more works. We have Jared Pike's first, second, third, 4th showcase for the second quarter of our second year. Finally, we have 5 works from the AI generative artist Crypto Algo. This was the artist who had the most showcases out of all of year 2, quarter 2. So here we are looking at that. We had the first work there. We have the second work here. We have the third work here. The 4th work. And finally, the 5th work coming from Crypto Algo. So all in all, those were 5 showcases for the AI generative artist Crypto Algo. And there were a total of about 5 or 6 artists who had more than 1 showcase in the second quarter of our second year. Taking a look at the top piece for each individual artist ranking. So out of our smallest artists, so our underserved, 3,000 or less followers, it's going to be On Guard coming from iRobot in number 1. Out of our anchor artists, so anyone with 3,000 to 10,000 followers, it was Magic Wizard 03 coming from Crypto Algo. Out of all of our established artists, it's going to be Birdman coming from Olet as well as Abramahov. Finally, out of all of our prestige artists, that's 50,000 or more followers, it's going to be Nagoi coming from Will to Lawn. So that was each individual piece for each individual artist ranking. Finally, we're going to look at archive growth, artist ranking, and follower growth. So archive growth, we had a total of 72 new additions in the Apollo Art Archive. That really gave us our first major milestone of 500 total pieces in the archive. All right, so out of artist ranking, we had pretty good stats here. 26% of all the artists, so out of all of these 72 works, it was going to be about 1 in 4 are underserved, and we had quite a bit in the established. Need a lot more in Anchor, and we'll address that next month for sure. And so artist ranking, out of all of the 500 pieces in the Apollo Art Archive, it's going to be about 1 in 4 have 3,000 or less followers, and then about 30% respectively for established and prestige, and then the Anchor definitely needs some more support there. Finally, looking at follower growth, also known as community growth. So all in all, we had quite a bit of growth here. So almost a full 1,000 there. So you had about 750 new members in the Apollo Art Exchange community. So welcome everyone. And when we take that and plug that into the first quarter as well, so of course we have second quarter here, first quarter here. All in all, we had a staggering growth of over about 30% here. So all in all, about 2,000 new members joined the Apollo Art Exchange community. So massive welcome to everyone in the community. It's a pleasure to have you, and I hope you guys enjoyed what we're doing here. So all in all, those were the statistics for each part of the second quarter of our second year. We'll see y'all next time for the October, November, December, and then of course plugging all those in for the quarter 3 recaps. So we'll see y'all next time on the Apollo Smart Museum. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to support our work directly, please check out our Apollo community tokens. Apollo Art Exchange is an ecosystem of art appreciation which elevates artists each and every day. Thanks for listening.